Hello there and welcome to the Lifestyle Show with me, Pam Joseph. Lovely to see you here and thank you for joining us. 21st of February 2021. Now, we got a huge lineup today. We have to sort of like keep it rolling because we've got so many people to talk to and we've got some huge issues to deal with. Let me quickly get Anthony in to talk to us a bit about the entertainment corner, and then, so we can move on rather swiftly. Anthony, can I have you here? I know it's earlier than we usually do because I just want to see your face.
Hey, I'm never disappointed to see yours either, Pam. Nice to see you. But yeah, I'm all good. I'm back from my little sabbatical, as you can tell. But yeah, we're all there. Don't worry.
Was it a good one?
Boris permitted it. Come again?
Was it a good one? You're brave.
It was.
You're brave.
Okay. It was. Yeah, listen, it's always a good one, but we won't get into that. It's a family show. Anyway.
Let's move on. We've got a great lineup on the entertainment corner. Wow.
Fun lineup. As you know, as always, we have the Stevie J chart show. So yes, we will be there. Will we have a new number one? Will our man Ray Carlos be the number one again? Wait and see. Do tune in. And we will also be talking movies. Nine Night. We'll be talking to the producer of Nine Night and finding out how that went on. And music to keep you entertained. And just pay attention to the flag. We may be celebrating that as well.
I think that gives me something of a clue there. I'm thinking it looks like my mum and dad's flag. St. Lucia. Yes!
Yeah, my grandmother as well. That's the one. So big celebration there for St. Lucia. Shout out to the Mills and the Kings and everybody else out there from St. Lucia. But until then, I'm out, Pam.
Yeah, you are out, and thank you. I'll see you later.
See you later.
And with that in mind, we are going to be talking to the High Commissioner to UK, and that's going to be His Excellency Guy Mayers. Just to quickly tell you a bit more about this, I've got to say this. For next week's show, we are going to be talking about, once again, vaccination hesitation. And we need your comments on this. But what we need is to have, if you're brave enough to come onto the show, we are inviting a couple of guests, a couple of our viewers to come onto the show next week. You know how it goes. It is remote. You know how it goes. If you are against it, if you've got reservations, what are your issues about not taking the vaccination? We need to talk to you. We need to have you on board with us on this. There is going to be a panel. I truly could say at the very least, we have Lord Simon Woolley, who's going to be coming back with us here. We're also going to have Labour MP for Brent, and that is going to be Ms. Butler, Dawn Butler. She's coming in as well. And we are hoping to get a clinician as well. I can't confirm who that's going to be quite yet, just to give us the facts, about the vaccination. So please, if you are willing to come on and you're not afraid of speaking your mind and just giving us your issues, why you're not trusting in this, and whatever it is that you have. So that is Lifestyle on Ben, all one word, lifestyleonben@hotmail.co.uk. Please write in. We will definitely pick a couple of you. Let us know the theme of your reservation. Let us know the theme of it, and then good luck. Maybe here next week. Now later on the show, also we're going to talk about the high number in deaths of Black pregnant women on our shores. Yeah, so we've got Dr. Karen Jouash is going to be joining us. She's from the Royal College of Obstetrics and Gynecology. She's going to answer your questions or any comments you have to have. They've just recently released a report into those figures as well. So again, come in, have your questions. You can flag them up here. You can email us, lifestyleonben@hotmail.co.uk. Right, let's go into a bit of a newsy kind of world now. We're talking about the wonderful Stevie Wonder, who is packing his bags for Ghana, don't you know? In an interview with Oprah Winfrey, Wonder said one of his reasons is that he doesn't want to hear his kids, his grandkids, and his great-grandkids having to say words like, please respect me, or having to be like that. Please respect me. Please value me. No, he doesn't want that anymore. So the American Supremo also told Oprah that he wanted to live out the rest of his natural life in this African state where he feels that he's going to be free. He's been traveling back and forth there. He loves it. Well done. Yeah, well done to you for that one. Newly appointed head of the World Trade Organization, that's the WTO, is 66-year-old Nigerian-born Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Now, she was formerly an employee of the World Bank for 25 years. She had recently been blocked for the post by former US President Trump. Now, Okonjo-Iweala has now become the first African and first woman to hold the Director General role. Congratulations to her. And further congrats goes out to our homegrown Durante Graves-Andy Smith, 24, from Brixton in London. He's become a member of the bar. Why I'm saying this like this? Because significantly, he was told at school by his teacher, people like you don't become barristers. Durante, if any friend of yours or any family members watching this, I swear, you have not named the school, you've not shamed the school. But I tell you what, you need to send a letter to the school. Even now, send a letter to the school. Send a letter to the school. This is what you was told, and this is what you've become now. Yeah, give the inspiration out. Give that inspiration out, please. Right, now here we come to the big one. We have to pay tribute to the legendary reggae supremo, Daddy U-Roy. We lost him on the 17th of February, and what a great loss. What can we say? Let's talk a bit about this great icon. Here we go. He was born Ewart Beckford on the 21st of September 1942 in Kingston, Jamaica. He later became known by the stage name U-Roy, a vocalist and pioneer of toasting. Noted for his melodic style of toasting, he applied with a highly developed sense of timing. Beckford was born in the Jonestown, that's the parish of St. Andrews, and he was raised with a religious and musical family. His mother was an organist for the choir at a local Seventh-day Adventist church. He attended Denham Town High School in Kingston, and as a young man, Beckford listened to the music of Louis Prima, James Brown, Ruth Brown, Fats Domino, Rufus Thomas, Smiley Lewis, and was especially influenced by the vocal phrasing of Louis Jordan. Inspired by Count Machuku, he started his professional career as a DJ in 1961 on Dickie Wong's sound system, originally called Dr. Dickie's, which was later changed to Dickie's Dynamic. Moving later to the Sir George, the Atomic sound system. Beckford then worked on Sir Cox and Dodd's sound system, where he ran the number 2 set, while King Stilts, the ugly one, ran the main set. He was followed by a period with Sir Percy before he moved to King Tubby's hometown hi-fi sound system. Beckford's first single, Dynamic Fashion Way, in 1969, was a Keith Hudson production. It was followed by the Lee Scratch Perry production, Earth's Rightful Ruler, with Peter Tosh. Beckford's album, Dread in a Babylon, was released in the US, Europe, and Jamaica by Virgin Records in 1975. The album achieved significant sales in the UK, which was due in part to the ongoing expansion of the Virgin label and stores. The track Runaway Girl from the album was released as a single in Europe that same year. The success of Dread in a Babylon led to a series of releases, and Tony Robinson produced albums, notably Natty Rebel in 1976, Rasta Ambassador in 1977, and Jazz Son of Africa in 1978. Beckford's international popularity led to the album Natty Rebel being released on 1976 on the Virgin's imprint Frontline label in Nigeria, as well as in France on Virgin and Polydor. U-Roy started his own sound system in 1978, which he named Stir Gav after his sons. The sound system would launch the careers of a younger generation of toasters and singers, including Rankin Joe, Joss Screw, Charlie Chaplin, and Josie Wales. U-Roy was featured on the album True Love by Toots and the Maytals, which won the Grammy Award in 2004 for Best Reggae Album, and showcased many notable musicians, including Ken Booth, Toots Hibbert, Jackie Jackson, the Scatalites, Paul Douglas, Willie Nelson, and many more. He's been crowned Daddy U-Roy and was awarded the Order of Distinction in 2007 by the Jamaican government for his contribution to music. Ewart U-Roy Beckford, September 1942 to February 2021. May he rest in peace and rise in glory. Wow, there you go, legend. Absolute legend. So let's keep on to the theme of what we're dealing with St. Lucia during the 42nd year. Absolutely fantastic. So we are honoured to have His Excellency, the High Commissioner, Mr. Guy Mayers. Will you join us with your address to your people in the UK? Thank you for joining us, Guy.
Thank you, Pam, for your invitation to be on your program this evening. I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of the Prime Minister, the Honorable Alan Chastanet, and the government of St. Lucia to extend 42nd anniversary greetings to all St. Lucians in the UK diaspora. We know that we have been going through a difficult time this year, and especially in the UK diaspora, where we've had so many of our elderly St. Lucians who have made a great sacrifice and have helped so many of our St. Lucians who have ventured to come up to the UK. They are sadly passing at this time. In the last week, I have been to Birmingham twice to attend funerals, one of Mrs. Mason, and Mr. Mason and Mrs. Douglas, prominent St. Lucians in the Birmingham community who were pioneers in helping St. Lucians who first came to the United Kingdom. We have so many other St. Lucians, members of the various St. Lucian associations through Unity, that have been helping our country, their homeland, and they have been going beyond the call of duty to support our St. Lucians and our country, especially at this time with COVID. Unfortunately, the situation has not let up, and all of our activities in commemoration of our 42nd independence anniversary has to be done virtually. We know that it is difficult for all of us. Even here at the High Commission, we have had to be working from home, but still making sure that we provide the services that our nationals need. And so I want to let our nationals know that despite the fact that we are working from home, we do go into the office at least once or twice a week to deal with the matters that we need to deal with. And there is no let up in making sure that your vital documents are taken care of and that you get your passports, your birth certificates, whatever the need may be. We continue to provide that service to you, despite the fact that we have to follow the protocols set by the government of the United Kingdom. Nevertheless, we want to ensure that you recognize that we are working on your behalf. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you who have been taking advantage of the free barrels that have been implemented by the government and sending barrels home to help your relatives and friends, some of them who have been out of work for a while. And we know that even now, the rule set by the UK government is that you cannot travel for vacation purposes. And as we have tried to inform that British Airways used to have daily flights to St. Lucia, as of next week, Friday the 27th is the last flight on British Airways to St. Lucia until the 27th of March for now.
Wow.
So if you really want to go to St. Lucia, you have to make sure that you are on that flight on the 27th of February, or else you're stuck here in the UK. And as we all know, the weather has been very unpredictable.
Yes.
So if you want to go, you need to book now, following the protocols that are in place for booking and ensuring that you in advance get your negative COVID test done and that you book online with the CMO's office so you can get into St. Lucia. Also, I would like to thank all of our members of the diaspora who continue to lend support in all those who make donations through the High Commission or through the associations. Whatever it is that you have been doing, we want you to keep doing it. We are all in it together, and I want to implore our St. Lucians in the diaspora to ensure that you follow the protocols that are in place, and hopefully soon we will be able to get out and see each other again face to face.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you ever so much for that, because you're not leaving us now, Mr. Mayers, because we want you to join us as we talk about COVID in the Caribbean. So stay where you are. We're just going to have a short break. We will be playing the anthem, and I think we can do that as we use that for our break. Can we do that? So can we have the St. Lucia anthem? Emotional, because of course I am solution to rather emotional. Thank you for that. Please stay with us. Let us introduce also to the panel representing Barbados for the Barbados Heritage UK. We have Sarah Cyril. Representing Dominica, we have
hello.
Hi, hello there, Sarah. Good evening to you. Vincent John, are you with us as well?
I am. Good evening to you. And can I say happy anniversary for St. Lucia? I enjoyed the party last night. Fantastic. Virtual, but sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So you now sort of know each other now. I've said the intros here. We are dealing with, and we are talking about, the figures are rising in most of the Caribbean islands. I do have to say, and I have to take my hat off, Vincent, to say to you that figures, even from this morning, as early as 5 a.m. this morning, have it that although cases are at 134, deaths are still nil. It's nil,
and the number of cases is nil.
And no, it's saying it's 134 cases.
New cases, yeah.
Yeah, but there's nil deaths.
Yeah.
And recovery level is 121.
Which is 90% of those who contacted the virus, and no new infections have been reported, which is
And
great.
no infections. This is really, really, really good. But I have to give it. The first thing I have to say is to have to go back to the High Commissioner St. Lucia and Mr. Mayers. I have to say to you. So okay, we've got 2,860 current cases. We have 28 deaths. Was recorded this morning at 5 a.m. I don't know if that's changed, but there's a good recovery level of 2,437. I will need to say, because I keep in touch, because I do have my family there. Some months ago, it was nil deaths. I need to ask you, sir, what is going on? Why are the figures rising like this?
Well, there has, unfortunately, there's been a couple more deaths from the figure that you have. And we have had, it can be put down to a number of things. First of all, we have community spread of the virus in the community. And despite the best efforts of the government and the Ministry of Health, unfortunately, some persons are not following the protocols that have been established to prevent the community spread. We want to thank, from here, I want to thank all of the St. Lucians who have been following the protocols and doing the right thing, but there are some who are not. We have also had a situation, because we are close to Martinique, which is the French colony just to our north. We have had a situation that had been called coming through the back door, where persons have been coming from Martinique without coming through, officially coming through the borders, and coming into the communities and going to visit friends and family. And unfortunately, we've had some of the spread that way. We also have some of our nationals who are coming from the UK, because we do have the strain of the UK virus on island. So we've had persons coming from the UK and coming into the country over the Christmas season to spend Christmas at home, because St. Lucians do that all the time. And then they're supposed to quarantine for 14 days. But unfortunately, they find themselves going out of quarantine and visiting friends and family, and that has caused some of the issues. So the government has had to put the brakes back on and implement the curfew and try to bring this under control one more time.
Okay, sir, let's bring in Sarah right now. Sarah, Barbados, last count, I 5 o'clock again this morning, I'm saying to you, current cases 2,715. You have 30 deaths. There is a recovery level 1,914. Again, it's risen. Barbados was doing well. Autumn of last year, up to a point, autumn of last year, nil deaths. Some people argue, Sarah, that the borders were open too soon.
Well, what I would say is that 24 people have died this year, because at the end of 2020, we had 7 deaths, and that's regrettable. And in terms of the borders being open too soon, we have to be, on the one hand, realistic about the economy, and then on the other, thinking about the people. And I think the borders were open. The winter season started for the Caribbean. We rely on tourism. So we opened them, but with protocols in place. And unfortunately, those protocols weren't respected. And then we saw a rise in the number of cases. And we've upped the testing. So by upping the testing, we're catching more of the cases. And now we're at a stage where maybe about 3 weeks ago, it was confirmed that we have community spread. And so the country, the island, is under a lockdown. In fact, this weekend, the island is under a curfew, which started at 7 p.m. on Friday and will end on Monday morning at 5 or 6 a.m.
Yeah, that's severe. But
it's absolutely necessary.
Mia Motley would definitely say it's necessary, because she felt that she had to slap it down.
Absolutely. Prime Minister Motley absolutely had to slap it down, and she has the backing of most Barbadians. If you listen on social media to the reports from Barbados Today or The Nation, you'll see that most Barbadians are in favour of this lockdown, even though it's quite severe, quite harsh. No one can be on the roads unless you're part of the frontline workers or essential services, but it's necessary.
Yeah. Vincent, let me ask you this, Dominica, no Jeff. So what have you guys been doing right?
I think it's a case of the government taking leadership very seriously. The Prime Minister, the Chief Medical Officer, and all the agencies were prepared from the outset to ensure that the health and safety of the people was not compromised in any way. And one of the best things, which I think was done, is the protocol, the COVID-19 protocol, which was introduced, where it was a very strategic approach in terms of looking at countries with low risk, those with medium risk, and those with high risk, and actually having a system that would treat visitors to Dominica based on not only clearance of the medical side, the PCRs, but also ensuring that the quarantine arrangements were enforced. Yeah. And there were some complaints about, well, people being kept too long in quarantine, but the rules are pretty clear. You will stay there and you will be tested, and if your test is positive, you will remain. And I think it may sound draconian, but I think it was essential. And one of the other things which happened is the government imposed a curfew, and people were being charged. The police was very, very present, and that all helped. And not opening the borders typically was also a very important strategy.
So, Dominica, you don't have the same effect as St. Lucia, where the High Commissioner says that you've got people coming in from Martinique, coming in the back door, if you will. So there's no problems there then? Dominica,
there are, and where they've been detected, the government has they've been arrested. People have been arrested and either deported or kept in quarantine. And I think that's necessary. The public health for the islands is a top priority. And I think it's higher than financial. It's higher than family going to visit their family and friends, say in Dominica or anywhere else. And we must face the fact that COVID-19 is not just the flu. And if it's pandemic, then every country in the world should take every single step possible to prevent people, the population being infected by the virus.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Vincent. Thank you, Vincent. We have to roll up now, but I just wanted to hear something else about the rollout of vaccines on the islands. And I know the High Commissioner, St. Lucia, Guy Mayers, you spoke to me the other day and said that vaccines are going to be the launch of the rollout. Is it going to be in the week Wednesday, the 24th of February?
Yes, we had the rollout of the vaccine program in St. Lucia on Wednesday. The Prime Minister and the persons on the front line were the first to take the vaccine to show leadership and to ensure that the persons who are going to work with persons who are suffering the virus are protected from being infected. So that was a very successful one, and we are hoping to continue the rollout. Now, as the Prime Minister indicated in his address, we want to ensure that St. Lucians, wherever you are, that you are positive and that you support the rollout of the vaccine. There are too many persons and too many conspiracy theories out there about the vaccine, and it's preventing persons from taking the vaccine. I want to say that we up here in the UK, we are following the rollout of the vaccines. My wife has already gotten hers, and I've already gotten my call for me to get my vaccine, so I will be getting mine very early in this coming week. And I want to ask people to support the vaccine program, because this is one of the ways that we can rid this virus from our communities and our countries. We need to follow the protocols, the social distancing, the washing of our hands and wearing our masks, but the vaccine will assist us. And I want to implore our St. Lucians in the diaspora to take your vaccine. That is going to help.
Thank you. We have to leave it there, everybody. Thank you ever so much for joining us. And we're going to be catching up soon. We're going to keep in touch with what's happening on the islands. And if you guys could be our representatives, why not? So thank you ever so much, Sarah Sewell, Vincent John, and Commissioner Guy Mayers.
Thank you.
Thank you ever so much. And do take care.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Go anniversary. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, and welcome back to the Lifestyle Show. Yeah, happy anniversary, St. Lucia. 42 years. Very good. Now, familiar faces on. Teresa Hajek, can we join you, my best friend, my new best friend? Teresa, are you with me of Take 3 Chef Spain? And
hi, Pam.
Hi there. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm not bad at all. And I'm celebrating my parents' anniversary, 42nd years and independence, St. Lucia. So I'm feeling
wow. Beautiful.
Excellent. We're also going to be joined by Dennis. Dennis, Bosolwa, better known as the gym guy.
Yes, that's right. Dennis, he should be on. He should be in the backstage, I hope.
Dennis, let's have you. Dennis.
Oh, he'll be on.
You know what? Whilst he's waiting to come on, because I'm hearing that there's a bit of issues with his internet. So let's deal with you, Teresa. You had a lovely week, I'm sure you have had, and we want to go straight through because we wanted to play this video last week and we couldn't get to do it. We are going to do it now. Explain about the video.
Okay, well, the video is the Take 3 Chefs production of our series. It's an introduction about our plans and what it is that we're trying to do. It's a campaign fundraising video as well, asking people who would like the initiative that we're doing to come on board and to assist us in any way they can. We're looking for funding to make the series happen. So it's just beautiful food in the video, lovely, lovely, relaxed environment. And you could just see the character of the team and our desire to get this, food cooking show on the road. So, that's what the video is about, really. Okay. And a little bit about our project already. So, I'd love for you to show the video. Yeah. That'd be amazing.
Let's do that. That's the introduction. Let's have it. Let's look at this. Can't wait.
Take 3 Chef is an online series. We've got 3 chefs with 90 years experience between them. They're going to be showing families how to cook meals that are influenced by the Caribbean culture. They can cook healthily by using the experience and the knowledge that the chefs have.
I'm Richard of Coming Up Caribbean Caterers, and I'm 1/3 of the Take 3 Chefs team. My vision for Take 3 Chefs is to concern ourselves with food from the ground to the plate. So how it's prepared is one aspect, but the quality of the ingredients, as has been said before, how it's grown, how it's fertilized, as organic as possible.
My name is Lyndon Wissart. I've been a chef for over 30 years, working in different establishments, different hotels, restaurants, banqueting.
I'm Chef Kevin. I've been cooking for about 30 odd years. My food passion started from many years ago. And one of the highlights was cooking on Iron Chef on Channel 4 against Michelin-starred chefs and winning the gold star for one of my fish dishes.
So what I'd be preparing and focusing more specifically is the healthy aspect of our food and the budgetary restraints, because we have to fuse the two. I mean, at the end of the day, we can show people how to use readily available ingredients, but work on flavors, work on seasonings, work on marinating, to produce something that's not only palatable, but really enjoyable for the family.
The main thing I will be focus on is use of different seasonings. A lot of time we use the same seasonings, we cook the same dishes over the course of a week. It might be the same 5 dishes, but you just change around the days. So I want to show how you can transform a dish by using herbs and spices.
For my vision of what I'm going to be teaching throughout the full project is knife skills. Yeah, showing people how to cut certain onions, tomatoes, salads, that kind of thing.
The overall vision for the show is to kind of get a cross section of the community and people to kind of fall in love with cooking. You want people to get passionate. You want people to kind of not see it as a chore in terms of a bad chore. We want people to kind of have a passion in terms of being creative, using fresh ingredients, cooking the food, becoming an artist, making that food become the paint in terms of you have these raw ingredients which don't look like much, but then once you've cooked them and presented them, they look like something with colourful, vibrant spice. And then when people taste the food, that's whereby they enjoy what they've done themselves.
In our fundraising, we would like to raise £15,000. When we gain the £15,000, we're going to use it to create the series, the online series, and we're going to be able to use it to support all of the initial cost of creating that series.
You got Richard, myself, and Chef Kevin. We all come from different backgrounds, different skill sets in the catering industry or cooking. So we're going to share each passion of what we like doing. Maybe traditional, maybe nutritional, vegan, vegetarian, and also like me, I'm more of the diabetic side of things to help people with their using foods that help them reduce their blood glucose naturally. So the Take 3 Chefs project is amazing. It's awesome to be able to have 3 chefs come together, and I've never seen this before, come together, working together to help the community and to help people around the world. And that's just so positive, so positive.
Wow, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely. That music in the background, Teresa, is that Kevin by any chance? Is it Kevin?
Kevin, where?
Yeah, the music.
Oh, the music. No, that's a different artist. That's a different. Kevin will come in another series.
Okay, all right. I was
series.
more to the music as I was looking at the food, and it was all very nice. It
You're
went
very
well.
You're very, very dancing today. It's lovely. I feel like I should put some music on.
Yeah, but that was nice. The music sort of complemented looking at the video and what the guys had to say. And I think it's such a great team. They complement each other as well. And what Lyndon was saying at the back there, all of them combinating with their different styles and, focusing on what have you, him doing the diabetic one as well. It's absolutely brilliant. So absolutely great. So we want that. We want to promote that. You will also, before you leave us, repeat that website again so people can go onto that. I think Karen is here, but no, we want Dennis isn't here. Dennis, are you with me? The gym guy. Dennis?
Maybe he's had a problem with it. Dennis, there you are. Hi. Hi. So happy to see you.
Better late than ever.
Hi, Dennis.
How you doing, guys?
Oh,
how you doing, Pam?
Good. You got a friend? Yeah. Are we good? Okay. So you're standing up. Means that I think you're going to do some examples of
Yeah, let me give you a little intro to what he's doing, Pam. So while Dennis, get yourself in the camera so everybody can see you properly. He's the gym guy. He's going to do a practical exercise once he introduces himself, and it's healthy movement to heal, like we do healthy cooking to heal. He's doing healthy movement to heal, and he's got a 5-minute exercise he wants to share and tell you a little bit about himself. So take it away again, Dennis.
Go ahead, Dennis.
How you doing, Pam? Good evening.
Good.
Yes, so my name is Dennis, also known as the Gym Guy. I'm a personal trainer and body transformation expert. I've been in the health and fitness industry for just over 20 years, and I believe in movement to help transform the body, but also keep the body healthy. And you heard this saying, a healthy body is a healthy mind. So I'm a big believer in that. A healthy body is a healthy mind, especially in these challenging times that we're in right now, with the uncertain times. So, and people being locked up in their houses, or people not being able to get out and exercise as much. So exercises that you can do in the comfort of your own home, just using your body weight, simple exercises are very excellent, will be very excellent for you. And obviously with nutrition and exercise or movement together, works together to create, the healthiest, best health possible.
Okay, so let's see something.
Okay, so what I've got in store is basically just 4 exercises. These are 4 movements. They're big body weight movements, and the whole idea behind this, I'm going to place you guys on the floor so you guys can see me. The whole idea behind this, all right, you guys see me?
Yeah.
Perfect. Right, so the whole idea behind this is you can do this in the comfort of your own home. Very simple exercises, right? We're going to go for 30 seconds. 30 seconds, we get a 5-second break, and then switch over to the next exercise, and then we're going to rest for 30 seconds and then go again. Now, the first exercise that we're going to start with is something that we call a burpee, right? Now, there's 5 different ways I can describe this. So what we're going to do is, right, you're going to go down, right? Go down onto your hands and knees, back into a squat, and stand up. Now, if you can't do that, simply hands down, step back, and then step forward, and stand up.
That's awesome.
Step back, step forward, and stand up. That's the second version. Third version is simply go down, walk out, and then walk back in. All right, so these are different variations you can do of this. So you do this for 30 seconds. But those of you that can do the full burpees will be doing this and jump, So 30 seconds of that. And then we have a 5-second break. I'm going to do 2 more movements. 1 more. And we have a 5-second break.
Okay.
Right. So the whole idea behind these exercises and these movements is that they work the whole body. They're good for your cardiovascular system as well. Now, the second exercise that we're going to do, this is called a press up. Now, you can do these full body, or you can do them on your knees if you're not able to press and push and pull your own body weight. So from there, go down, breathing in as you go down, breathing out as you come up. Just change the angle there, breathing in as you go down, breathing out as you come up. Breathe in as you go down, breathe out as you come up. Now, the whole idea is to do as many repetitions of this as you can in 30 seconds. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Right, so now we've worked the whole body, we've worked the upper body. Now we're going to work the legs, and then we'll finish up with another exercise. Okay, then so the next one.
Okay, I've got to speed you up. I'm going to speed you up, Dennis. We've got to speed up on this one.
No worries.
Okay.
There, body weight squats. All right, so these are body weight squats. So you're just using your body weight, your hands behind your back.
Yeah.
To help you keep a nice upright posture. Okay. So that's the third exercise that you can do. Right. And the final exercise, I call these mountain climbers. Right? Mountain climbers. So once again, starting from this position there. Okay. That position there. Now, this is the advanced version. If you can't do this, just simply bring one leg in and take it back in. One leg in, take it back out. One leg in and take it back out. There. do as many of these as you can in 30 seconds and have a break.
Yeah. Dennis, is it fair to say that, you know, one doesn't need to take this as a hardship? Someone, you know, you get up, you can do 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You don't have to strain yourself because it might put you up. You don't have to strain yourself to do, what, 20 minutes?
Listen, this workout is 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
This workout I've just gone through with 5 minutes, 30 seconds on, 5-second break. You move to the other exercise. Once you do the 4 exercises, you rest for 30 seconds and start again. Just 2 rounds is 5 minutes. As you get fitter and stronger, you add another round and another round. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think that's one of the things that daunts a lot of people, just the whole idea of getting started with exercise.
Yeah.
The most important thing is just moving.
Yeah, it's that motivation to actually kick off and start it. So that's good. So Dennis, where can people get to know about the Gym Guy? So where can we
Okay, with the Gym Guy, you can reach me on my Instagram page, which is at the Gym Guy PT, or you can email me at thegymguy78@gmail.com. That's thegymguy78@gmail.com. Or you can also follow me on Twitter at thegymguy78. That's at thegymguy78. And finally, you can also follow my Facebook page, which is Dennis Busulwa PT. That's Dennis Busulwa PT.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Dennis. Thank you. So we have to say goodbye to you too. And thank you for that lovely thing. Just quickly give out that website just one more time.
Okay, I will. It's take3chefs.com. And it's take3chefs@gmail.com. And we have a YouTube site as well, Take 3 Chefs. So please come and look for us as well. And we'll be on again, as you know. And we're introducing Dennis because we're adding movement to what we're doing, because healthy eating and healthy movement is a combination that is powerful.
Excellent.
So I hope you enjoyed that, and lovely to be here with you guys
and
tonight.
You know what, Dennis, next time, can we get some exercise on a chair? So I can
Definitely.
yeah, that's for next time. All right, thank you. Bless you. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Okay. All right, we're rolling, and we are really rolling. And we're going to take just a quickie of a break. We're going to get a bit serious now. Quick break. Hello there, welcome back to the show. I'd just like to say that at the beginning of the show, I did ask you if you had any comments, any questions you'd like to ask on this particular topic. We're talking about the high rise in deaths of Black pregnant women on our shores. And we are delighted to have Dr. Karen Jouash of the Royal College of Obstetrics and Gynecology joined us here, talking to us about a recently released report looking into this particular issue. Dr. Karen, are you with me?
Yes, I am. Hi, Pam.
Hello there. Yes, I'm fine. Thank you very much. And thank you ever so much for joining us. Very busy schedule that we know you're on. But we were really so interested to hear about this because, you know, we have had many guests as well that have had problems, and whilst, you know, through their pregnancy, whether it's through the healthcare system, whether it's the midwives and it's in labor or what have you, and we were dealing with that as we spoke to them about it.
Yeah.
This report that you know, RTOG have released is just very vital. Talk to us a bit more about this report.
So Pam, first of all, thank you for having me on board in the show. It's been great to hear some of the previous stuff that you've been talking about. And essentially what we need to really understand is about that this is not a new report. These are not new findings, but people seem to have given it more attention because of COVID. Yes. So we've always known that Black mothers, whether they be UK based or having come from abroad, are at increased risk of dying. But it was sold to us that the reason that was because of their already existing risks that they had brought from abroad due to their childhood circumstances and so forth. But it was not actually last year, it was the year prior to that, just before COVID hit, that there was a sub-analysis that was performed, which essentially uncovered that it wasn't due to the socio-economic effects. It wasn't due to women traveling in from abroad, but I myself, a Black British woman, if I was to get pregnant and go into a hospital with a white woman from the same background, socio-economic status, I have a 4 times increased risk of dying. And obviously this was, quite shocking to hear that. On the background of that, we then looked at COVID, and again, very sadly, women from a Black background have a 9 times increased risk of being admitted to hospital. And also, in the majority of the maternal deaths that we analysed, they were from a Black background or an Asian background. So these are really sort of very sad, damning statistics, which showed us that there was a real problem that we needed to uncover.
What are the highlights of that, Karen? What is it predominantly that's going wrong?
So it's a real complex issue, and the thing I really want to highlight here is that oftentimes when people look at sort of Black deaths, we always presume it's down to the way that we've taken our health, that women are overweight or there's a problem with blood pressure. But what we recognise is that it's a very complex issue. I myself am very sort of privileged to be part of a London maternal mortality board where we look at deaths and we analyse what's going wrong. And we can very much see that sometimes it's that, it can be as simple as the women not being listened to or not being taken seriously when they voice concerns about their health. That's definitely one side of it. It can also be our own reluctance as a ethnic group due to the distress and psychological trauma we've had from living in a country where we have experienced racism, which makes us hesitant to trust our healthcare providers. So therefore we present late. So it's a real complex mix of factors. We're also looking at our healthcare workers. We're looking at the way in which the NHS was constructed. Although there's many, as we know, of our generations before us that came to build the NHS, they came to do the work on the ground. So the NHS system as it stands was commissioned, structured and set up by white governors, white commissioners for a white population. So therefore the services sometimes they commission, despite us actually inputting into taxes, or if you look historically, what we've given to this country, it has not been factored into the services and it's not delivered in the way that we best receive them or we're best able to access them.
Yeah, it is a very important issue because we've got so many people that are wanting to know where can they get help from. Marcia from Chelsea, she says her sister had a problem with her midwife and getting help. She was regarded as being perhaps maybe too pushy when she was trying to get help. So the sister Marcia is saying, where can we go to complain? What bodies are there that we can complain? So first off the bat.
So I would say you are correct because of the stereotypes that has been pervaded by racism. So when Black people want to speak up, we're essentially silenced. I gave a talk about diversity and talked about I essentially think one of the pandemics is racism. Because of the stereotypes, we then actually are very quiet. So if we look at complaints in hospitals, we are not featured highly amongst the people who complain. If there's a poor outcome, we don't complain. I very much have seen that. She said she had a poor outcome with her sister. I myself, when I was in hospital with my first child, despite being in breech presentation, my waters having gone for 2 days, when I asked to be monitored, because my baby had been monitored for 20 hours plus, the midwife, not knowing my background, said to me, well, is your baby moving? And I said, yes. And she goes, well, then it's alive then, don't you? And that was the response I had. So very much you are correct. We need to understand where to go for help. So within a hospital, there are structures. There's the PAL system. So if you email the PAL system, you can quite quickly get a response, and that can relate to anything. It's the Patient Advised Liaison Service, and that will be available at any trust website. The other people that you can go to are the head of midwifery to seek help. The other people that you can complain to are your local sort of commissioning board as well. But within the hospital, you can also have a right to speak to a doctor and ask to speak to an obstetrician and know your rights. As somebody who's from a Black or Asian background, you have a right to have increased access to care. And the other thing is to actually understand the condition that you have. Look at really good reputable websites, such as the RCOG website, which is rcog.org.uk. If you check on that, there's lots of information on there for patients.
Yeah.
And even within that website, you can become part of your Maternity Voices partnership. Every area has one, and you can also contact them for help. There is a group of women who essentially are service users who help to divine the services and also raise complaints to the services as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, Sheila from Newham says that shouldn't we have more of our own people? She's saying, shouldn't we have more of our own people in those positions that we can actually say, can we have a black?
Yeah, you're so right, Pam. And Sheila is so correct. And that's one of my real passions. So if you look at diversity in leadership, it actually increases the efficiency and the productivity of all organizations. And there are several organizations who are ahead of the game from us. If you look at in some of the industries such as banking, and if you look across the shores of America, some of the things, the legislation that's been put in place is for people realizing the value of the added value of having diversity. There's a really good book as well called sort of Rebel Ideas by Saeed, and he talks about why 9/11 happened. So 9/11 essentially happened because you had a group of white FBI, Harvard educated people at the top who didn't realize that diversity would have allowed them to see that somebody who went up into the mountain reciting rhymes from the Quran was not mad, but actually who was inciting to war. They didn't have that diversity within their organization to be able to share and problem shoot. So she's correct. And that's part of the work we're doing at the RCOG. I'm proud to say I sit on a differential attainment board, and that's recognizing that Black people and brown people have not been allowed to progress within the career, so that actually in the health system, they're at the nursing level, but where are they in the nursing directorate level or the midwifery directorate level, or even at consultant level? I'm one of the few Black doctors that exists. And it was a hard time for me to get into medicine. I had to apply to medical school 5 times. So we have to be very mindful of that as a community and really work to ensure that the people that are coming up below us have access to those opportunities. And then when structures and systems are being made, that we have a voice at the table. It's really, really important. Because currently I can tell you that much of the narrative out there is that the stories that we're saying about our patient experience are consistent with women in other ethnic groups. Because people are not looking at the outcomes and recognizing it's not just about patient experience. So patient experience is part of the layer that when you will look further and deeper, you will see the near misses, because many of us will have a story of a near miss. I could talk to you all day, Pam, about the near misses in my own family, not even in the patients that I see on a day-to-day basis, which means that I know that I need to have a voice. And despite the fact sometimes I may be seen as aggressive or loud, I will always speak very calmly, very quietly, and I will continue to assert my point. And just understand that you are in a place of value, and you are in a place, you have your rights. It's not a case of feeling, again, it's a shame. I feel sometimes as a black people within this nation, we feel that perhaps we are a diaspora, we are disaffected in the wrong place, but we have a right. We pay our taxes. You know, my grandfather's fought in the Second World War and he has his medals. We've contributed in so many layers to this society. And therefore we have a right to the equal access. We have a human right to access healthcare in the same way.
Absolutely. You are an inspiration to talk to, Karen. If people wanted to find a bit more about you, I know you've got a clinic. Would you mind giving that out, whatever you want to give out?
Yeah, so I work in the NHS. I'm very passionate about the NHS. My parents worked in the NHS. And I believe that it will eventually become an organisation that meets the needs of its community. It will do that. I also work privately as well in obstetrics and gynecology. I'm also a training programme director for education and health education in England, because I'm very passionate that we need to educate our doctors correctly. But you can see me, I'm on Instagram at Miss Karen Joash, which is MS Karen Joash, or on Twitter as well. You can reach me. And, you know, I'm very passionate about, you know, good care and healthcare for all. So I'm very happy to take any questions if anybody DMs me.
Excellent. Thank you ever so much. You are an inspiration, and I hope we can keep in touch. Lifestyle will have a relationship with Dr. Karen Joash. You are such an inspiration.
Great show. Keep it up.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Karen.
Right.
Take care now.
Take care.
Bye. 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 Oh, lovely jubbly. So let's just get a little bit of a quickie of a break. See you soon. Hi, welcome back. At this point, I will introduce to you a certain gentleman by the name of Mr. Norman Bisigu. Are you with me?
There I am. I'm always here, Cam. How's it going this evening?
I'm good, I'm good. Celebrating 42 years independence, St. Lucia.
Oh, yeah.
Very good indeed. Very good indeed.
Great to hear. Hope you're able to enjoy yourself
at this moment.
For sure. All right, and there we have it. Welcome to this installment of Spotlight, where I, as an international news correspondent of Ben Televisions, will be covering the latest in African and Caribbean current affairs. My name is Norman Bisigu, and we're very happy to have you all here this evening. Now, in today's segment, I'll be shining the spotlight on Ruth Mekete through interview. Now, she has an array of very interesting experiences across the creative industries. And to list a few things, she's worked in events management, she's a designer by trade, the first Black Miss Leicester in 2013, and went on to compete in Miss England, coming top 25. Ruth, are you there? Can you hear me? Are you there? Are you alive? Is your laptop working? Have we got a technical issue there? Is Ruth there? Ruth, are you there? All right, so while she comes on, today, just to give you some context, we're going to have a brief chat about the dramatic shift taking place within the creative industries due to COVID. Now, individuals such as Ruth have been able to navigate this changing landscape, and it'll be very exciting to get her predictions regarding what the state of play will be in the future. Now, let me try that intro again very quickly. Ruth, are you online? Can you hear me? Are you there? Ruth, are you there? Okay, so while she comes online, I'm going to speak briefly from my perspective regarding what COVID has done to the creative industries and what I think. So my first question to Ruth was really discussing the idea that because of the COVID pandemic, it's effectively brought a halt to any kind of mass gathering, live event, or social function as we know it. And in real terms, as we can expect, this will be very detrimental for the creative industries and the events industries at large. And so my first question to Ruth was really going to be talking about what her initial turn of events was like for the company, the people that she worked with, and also how she felt the pandemic was affecting her. I'm going to try that intro again one time very quickly. Ruth, are you there? Are you online? Can you see me? Right. Okay. So I'm going to fill this one very quickly. So from my perspective, while we do wait for her to come on, from my perspective, it was interesting what COVID did in the sense that we went from a world where you could go outside. It was March 2020. At that point, I had just featured in Elle from London Fashion Week. I had just become a member of a members society for the creative industries, and things were really picking up in a very exciting way. And then, of course, the pandemic hit, and then we're all really hit in a significant way, which was very frustrating. And so that initial pivot was really unsettling for a lot of us. But for me, it was a very interesting time because I had developed a show called Our World of Norman Bisigu, which Ben Television had then previewed and promoted on their network around the second or first week of the pandemic. So that really got the ball rolling for me in terms of television, because that was my sort of breakthrough onto TV, as you can say. And fast forward to now, a year later, I'm here working with Ben Televisions on a weekly basis on their televised programming. I'm going to try and bring in Ruth one more time. Ruth, are you there? Can you hear me? Is Ruth there? Okay, it seems that she might not be joining us right now. She was with us previously, but she might be having some technical issues getting back in. So that was the turn of events for the how I reacted to the pandemic initially. And so my second question to Ruth was really going to explore essentially the idea of adapting and evolving. You know, the idea that you have the live events industry, it's completely crumbled, and people are really struggling to make ends meet or even find a way to do what they were doing before, be it DJing, having live events and whatnot. So many people are operating from a place of just pure survival. So my next question to Ruth was really going to be asking, how were you able to diversify your services and skill set to adapt to this new landscape, and just how she was weathering, how does one weather the storm when you're so heavily entrenched in the creative industries? I'm going to try and bring her in again very quickly. Ruth, are you there? Are you there? Are you online? Okay, it seems she might not be joining us for the interview right now. There might be a bit of a technical issue on her side. So from my perspective, in terms of how I was able to diversify, it was quite interesting because the first few months of the pandemic, I spent a lot of time doing a lot of creative writing. So the show Our World of Norman Bisigu, I spent a lot of time just honing in on my ability of creative writing. Pam, we've got you there.
Yeah, you got me here because you haven't. I don't look like Ruth, but unfortunately, Ruth has had technical problems, Norman, so she can't join us just now. So continue with your piece, and we're looking to hear what you have to say.
Thanks for the heads up, Cam. No worries. Thanks for the heads up. All right. And again, ladies and gentlemen, that is live events. That just happens from time to time, be it in real life or virtually, but whatever happens, we keep it moving. So with respect to diversifying, I spent a lot of time really honing in on my penmanship and my craft with respect to being able to write and structure episodes and content. So what does a program look like? How do you structure it? How do you write it? I actually bought a number of books as well, teaching me the essence of actually how to structure a program as well. So that was what I was doing for the first few months. And then when the world did start to reopen and we entered, what was it, tier 1, tier 3, this weird tier system that we've been in that we're kind of all maneuvering through, I was able to then go back out and start filming and start recording. And then from that, I was able to begin getting work with other networks and, featuring on their networks as well. So that's how I was able to diversify in the sense of just really honing on the existing skills that I have and pushing forward with that. And it's kind of worked and come full circle in that sense. So it was really cool for me. And the last question I was going to pose to Ruth was just the idea that, well, we're in this pandemic world and we're still, interestingly, in the eye of the storm. So in terms of where things are going, in terms of, where do we want things to go or what the future is going to look like? Ruth was going to be really someone that has her eyes on the ball. Whenever I talk to her, she always has very exciting perspectives, in terms of service-led industries, like the creative industries, like where are they going? What will they look like? So my last question to her was, what will it look like moving forward? And for me, given that I have to field this, well, we're already seeing that there's a greater synergy between the creative industries and technology. So the fact that, for example, we're doing this right now, and then this will be televised in a week or so, right? So it's the idea that we're able to manipulate technology to help us to still continue the functions that we wanted before. And what's really cool is that, we can reach out to people that I think we couldn't ordinarily do so as easily. So, conducting interviews with people abroad or, the idea of collaboration in a creative sense, because everybody's at home, or I'd like to hope they are, and not breaching the rules or anything like that. I think people have a bit more time on their hands. Obviously, everyone is going through their own challenges and their own timelines. But I think there's the idea that, especially in the creative world, people are a bit more accessible because people are at home now. So I think that opens up the scope for creative collaboration. And that's something that I've experienced personally. And I think, over the interviews that I've done over the last few weeks, that is a direct outcome of, being in this COVID space. People have a bit more time to devote to this. And, I think that's really exciting. So in terms of the future, where we're going, I think creative collaboration is something that we can definitely look out for more in the future. And I think definitely the embedding or the entrenching of technology in how we do things. Obviously, there are natural setbacks in the sense of, okay, we can't go out and network. We can't build those relationships in person like how we ordinarily would like to. And I'm somebody that prefers the real person approach, but there's a virus outside that's doing, wreaking real havoc on the world. So I think we have to make do with what we've got, essentially. And, from what we're seeing in terms of music videos that are coming out, virtual tours for museums or product that is still coming out, we're still seeing that the industry is adapting and changing. And I think it will be interesting to see where it goes.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the day. It is the entertainment corner. And as you know, we always kick off the entertainment corner with that gentleman. I believe he's here right now. It's time for those 3 special words. Mr. Stevie J, wow, wow, wow. Are you there, sir?
I certainly am. Anthony. How you doing, my friend? How you doing?
I'm good. It's good to see you again. Do you know what? It's only been a week since I've last seen you, but the energy felt like forever. So it's very good to see you. And I'm pumped to see who's number 1 this week, Steve.
Well, if you're excited, you wait till I tell you, because it's all excitement in the Stevie J Chart Show. I'll tell you something, every week gets better, gets better, gets better. Can I hear those 3 words, Anthony? 3 words.
Let's do it in turns and we'll do it together. Wow.
Wow.
1, 2,
Wow.
wow. That's the one. Okay.
Our timing is very good, Auntie. It's about as good as the chart show. All fun and good. So, shall we kick it off then, Anthony?
The floor is yours, Stevie. The floor is yours.
Okay. Yes. Good. How we doing? You know, it's nothing but excitement that's going on in the chart show. Every single week now we're improving. The purchases are getting better. The votes are getting better. But you know what I like? Your collection is growing and growing. So you know what? Let's see what's really going on. Let's officially start the Stevie J UK chart show. Let's go.
Going down to number 10 this week, he goes by the name of Colin Roy, and he's still singing I Want You Back.
What would I do without you? I come home to you, baby. You tell me that it's over. How come I didn't know I wasn't treating you right? I couldn't see that you're hurting. Someone's been dissing on me lately. Ain't a girl in this world I wanna be with for life. So be that rose in my party
Going
tonight.
down to number
Everyone
9 this
knows
week,
that
she's
I'm
still there singing a beautiful little track. It's Eve Nelson and her track called Rumor.
People say that you're no good for me, but I do declare that they're not there to see. Your loving is so real, so real, so real. We laugh together through the trials of life. I just want you here right by my side.
Coming in this week, can you believe it? He goes by the name of Granty Asher, and he's still loving with Phoebe.
You never known a love like this with waste, man. You're giving all your time, taking you places you never been before. Now it's filling up your head with light. But with me, what you see is what you get, girl. Here I stand with my heart in my hand, girl. I stand before you with my feelings intact, yeah. I've got something for you. I bring you loving with.
Can you believe it? One of the high climbers this week goes by the name of Rima, and in at number 7 with a track called Meaning of Life.
What's the meaning of life without a love of my own? Without a love to call my own. If this is life, then I don't want no.
Going down to number 6 this week, a former number 1 goes by the name of Angie B, and that wicked little track is
This is not a game, not here to play. When you see us, come move out the way. This is not a game, not here to play. No, the spirit's calling out to me from the bottom of the ocean sea. The spirits of our ancestors, we hear them cry.
Going up to number 5 this week, I'll tell you something, it's a sweet little track by Nana Genesis, and the track is Can't Live Without You.
Without him, he's all that I've got. I miss him, and I want him so bad. It's hard to let go. Now I'm lost.
Going up to number 4 this week is a wicked little roots track by the artist Alex Watson, and this wicked track called Judgment Day.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. I pray for Mother Africa, the country of our birth. Pray for all the people who are lying in the dirt. I visualize a place and time.
He's climbing, he goes up to number 3 this week. It goes by the name of Bush T, and he's coming up with his wicked soulful tune, Come Join the Party.
Oh, baby. Come, let's join the party. Time to move your body. Your body, yes. So come, let's join the party. This party, yeah. Come to celebrate. So you just can't turn up late. But come on down. The night, yes, I'm going up to the club. Stepped up to the bar and there she's looking good. 20 years I've not seen or heard a word. Now that I've seen you, girl, you look familiar. You know tonight is celebration night. Let me take your hand and let us take this flight.
Amazing, these 2 places were fighting for purchases and votes. It's gone down to the wire. Last week's number 1 goes down to number 2 this week. Goes by the name of Ray Carlos, and a wicked instrumental called Thinking Out Loud. Wow, he's got there. This week's number 1, he goes by the name of Major Popular, and he has a wicked bubble up little track called Prettiest Girl.
Boom, boom, boom. You don't know, says the original UK repping hot stepping microphone, checking Major Popular, and I just gotta big up each and everybody that purchased and voted for Prettiest Girl and made it number 1 on the Stevie J chart show. Enough respect. Keep supporting, stay safe, blessed. One love, Major Popular said that. Boom.
I'm coming to get you. Knew I had to get you from the first time I met you. Upset you. No, I wouldn't disrespect you. I always be there to protect you. I'm coming to get you, little girl, little girl. I want you in my life. I'm not gonna let you, no way, ever come out of my sight. To have you in my life, don't you know would be a pleasure? Ask me if I'm going to leave you, then I tell you never, forever, yo.
You and I will be
hey, hey, hey.
for eternity.
you know would be a blessing. You must be heaven sent, girl. That's what I'm guessing, expressing, yo.
That I really love you.
Girl, you should know.
Nobody else will do.
So baby, come on. Me and you should be getting it on. Love how you move and I love how you go on. And you're the prettiest girl, oh yeah, I ever see from a bond. You're a natural beauty. Royalness, yes, my cutie cutie. And I'm available, so why don't you choose me? To treat you right day and night, oh girl, that would be my duty. Well, if you are the bass, don't you know I am the treble? Everything is cool and everything is comfortable, so say cool, girl.
I'm not worried, feel mine. I'll be loving you till the end of time.
If you is the lock, don't you know I am the key to open up your heart and to set your love free like a prisoner.
Number one in this world.
On top, yeah, you're my favorite girl. So baby, come on. Me and you should be getting it on. Love how you move and I love how you go on. And you're the prettiest girl, oh yeah, I ever see from me bond. You're a natural beauty. Royalness, yes, my cutie cutie. And I'm available, so why don't you choose me? To treat you right day and night, oh girl.
Wow, what can we say? What can we say?
You know, I was watching the charts, right, and I'm loving it. I'm loving how some of them are at number one and still maintaining. The new artists is coming up, the videos. Big shout out to All Saint of Henrietta Media with the visuals on that. Like it's all so much to take in that you just really it's big, you know, and I love it. And we got a new number one again this week. It's just, how can I say it, Stevie? The music, I love that we've got old artists, new artists, and people are just appreciating good music.
Yes, what's happening, Anthony, it's because over the last few years, the UK industry got very, very slowed down, because when we went from records to CD, the money was very, very high. Then now it's gone down from CD to MP3. The tracks are only up to about 99 pence. Not a lot of money, but people are not hearing the tracks because it's not mainstream. So this is why the Chart Show is offering the chance to get them new music up to 2021 in their collection in case you get a lockdown and we can do a party. It's very as simple as that.
That's the one. And you know what? Let's let the party continue by bringing in this week's number one, the one, the only, Major Popular.
There you go. There you go.
Major Popular, congratulations, sir. How are you feeling?
Greetings, lifestyle, man. Everything's blessed. Just want to big up each and everybody that purchased and voted for the prettiest girl, man. Enough respect, man. Humbled.
No, I love it. I love it. And it's such a nice track. It's got a nice little rockaway feel to it. You know, you really just enjoy it. And yeah, it's great stuff. The Nubian Queens have congratulated you. We've got Brenda there saying congratulations. So just give us a small background, Major Popular. How did your journey into music begin?
Well, I can just about hear you, but yeah, I come from the sound system observer sound system, started DJing about 1987, and from there just progressed on to being a recording artist and moving it forward quickly. Linked up with Stevie J now, and we're still putting tracks out on the street. We're trying to put good tracks for the people, and we're here now producing good tunes, and obviously the crowd are loving it and the public are liking it. They're purchasing and voting it, and this is my I think it's my fifth number one now on the Stevie J. So enough respect, man, to everybody.
No, big stuff. Congratulations. And in terms of the track, can you hear me now? Am I coming out okay for you?
Perfect.
Okay, great. In terms of writing the track, what was the motivation, the inspiration behind it? Tell us a bit about that.
Well, you know, I normally do some reality lyrics. I said, I've done enough reality stuff now. Let's do something for the ladies, them now, because, you know, the ladies, you know, the foundation of civilization. So I said, let me do something for the ladies. And it's just a track big enough, a beautiful empress, really and truly. You know, the bass line's a bit like the Wildfire track that Dennis Brown and John Holt. So I just come up with the lyrics to have you in my life. Don't you know would be a pleasure? Yeah, and the rest is history.
Wicked.
Man, we got Estina on backing vocals. So yeah, man.
No, that's awesome. I love that. Stevie, we lost you for a sec there, mate.
Yeah, it's a bit of a technical I might have. So if it use me again, I've got technicals on my side. But Major, I want to say thank you very, very much for what you've been doing, and you've had.
Oh, we lost him again. But no, Major, thank you very much once again. Yeah, we heard some of the inspirations there behind that. And just once again, do you have any EPs coming out, any singles, anything you'd like to put out there for people to keep in contact and hear your music?
I've got a brand new track called Bandwagon, produced by Elevation. That's available on all digital platforms. Just type in Major Popular. I got a few new tracks. I got a track from Star Vibes, a gospel meets dancehall. Victory, that's with Frederica Tibbs, the legendary Frederica Tibbs. And yeah, I got a Don't Stop the Music coming out. That's a Solid Steel production. So just keep your ears to the ground. Check me out on Facebook, Pop Major, my music page, Major Popular, Instagram, Major Popular, Twitter, Major Popular. Everything you'll get and everything you need is on there. So yeah, man, respect.
Big up. Great stuff, Major Popular. Honestly, keep up the great work, and hopefully we'll be catching you next week or in the future again, and keep up with the good work. Loving the music.
Anthony, man, and keep up the good work as well, man. We're loving it.
Appreciate that. But thanks a lot, Major Popular. And yeah, keep up the music, and we'll catch up with you soon. Thank you very much.
Bless.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Major Popular. And once again, if you want to support artists like Major Popular or any of the artists that you've seen on the Stevie J UK chart show, all you have to do is purchase their music and text 07463112038. Once again, that's 07463112038. Text the name of the track, let Stevie know, and they may be featured on the top 10. That's absolutely fantastic. That is what it's all about. Okay, right. As you know, this is the entertainment corner, so we don't keep it all music. And what we're going to do right now is drop a quick trailer to the upcoming film and the producer. Before the interview, let's have a look at the trailer for 9 Nights. Enjoy.
Aim twins forever. My sis, bound for gold. Of course I'll be there.
The first 3 nights are pure confusion.
Mommy, where's Mikey?
It was an accident.
There's shock understandable. Person finds himself dead. Those left behind don't want to accept he's gone.
If Mikey were dead, I would know. Remember that time when he hurt his leg and I had the same pain in mine? Yeah. Mikey! Oh!
Will the Lord place your life back and hold you to account?
You drove Dad away. You cut him off from his kids. You fucking left him, Nora. That is not my fault.
I don't want you to have this. Transference. Night 6, the departed starts their journey to the afterlife. Both sides have to give up. There's no going back.
How much do you want to be with him? I'll give anything. Jump. Sometimes seeing is believing.
That had me on the edge of my seat. I mean, talk about a trailer to keep you just at the point of suspense. I was like, no, like, oh, wow. So honestly, ladies and gentlemen, right now, it's a pleasure and an honor to introduce the director behind this film, Veronica McKenzie. Hi, Veronica, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for inviting me onto the show. Yeah, it's a real pleasure.
Like, no, absolute pleasure. Like, honestly, it's a pleasure to have you here to be able to talk about this. So tell us the whole concept of 9 Nights. How did it all come to you? How did the production of this film come about?
So basically, I did an MA in screenwriting a while ago, and I sat down to write a comedy, and this like really deep story came out about grief, about the 9-night Caribbean tradition, because my grandmother died a few years before, and then I went over to Jamaica, and I was part of the 9 nights, and it was quite scary, like what was happening, because my family live out in the countryside and people were coming and going. And that was the first time that I experienced it. So I wrote the script. It sat around for quite a while. At one point, it was optioned by the BBC, and then nothing happened with it. And then one day, about 3.5 years ago, I got talking to a Spanish producer, and in Spanish, she works with actors. And she just said, what are you waiting for? Why are you waiting for other people to produce? You know, you've got the vision, just go and do it. And I never had any kind of thought about making it myself. I just thought somebody else was going to make it. And she was like, no, go and do it. You've got nothing to lose. You've written the script, so just find the actors. And then I sent it out. Obviously, a lot of actors said, no, like, who are you? We're not going to be in your film. We don't even know if you can get it finished. And then Tania Miller signed on, Joe Martin signed on, an amazing actress, you know, found an up-and-coming star, Mary Nienberg, found her 3 days before we started to shoot, and Malcolm Atoba, amazing actor. So we were lucky. It kind of all came together. People read the script, and then there wasn't much money, and they decided just to come and help out.
I love that. I love the motivation behind that, and such great actors. Nia actually was years ago. Actually, she was a guest on the Lifestyle Show, so it's great to see that she's still in the. You know,
she's doing so well. Yeah,
amazing. And you know what? I was going to ask about the reception of the film, and then we had this comment come in from Shola Aji, who said, "I've watched the movie and I was blown away," which is great. Now, having that kind of reaction come back to your work, how did that feel for you?
You know, it was weird because the film was shot in 2017. So we actually did the shooting in 2017, and then it took all 2018 to kind of get the post-production done and to get the film finished and to get the sound and everything else. And I must shout out to the composer, Aaron Dessy. She was actually the first person who signed on to the film. Before anything, she didn't read the script or anything. She just heard my description of the film, and she was like, I'm going to score that film. You know, and she's like a brilliant composer, and she came on board. So when the film was actually finished, I tried to get distribution in the UK. And, you know, I said to people, oh, I've got this film. And they were like, oh, so what's your documentary about? And I was like, well, it's not a documentary. And they're like, well, what's your short film about? I'm like, it's not a short film. You know, it's a feature film. Just take a look at it. And I didn't get any traction here. So I kind of gave up. And then thank you to Paulette Harris. She said, why don't you enter it into a film festival in Los Angeles? So I entered it in. And then just before Christmas, 2 years ago, I got a phone call saying it'd been accepted into this film festival in Los Angeles, and I better get, you know, my butt over there. And it was amazing. So I went to Los Angeles. The film was on massive screens. It was like a big black Pan-African film festival. So it was amazing just being in that environment where all black, you know, cast, you know, all black customers in cinema taken over. And then we won an award, and then I thought, okay, well, something's definitely got to happen now, because, you know, the film's won an award, came back to England and nothing. So waited a little while longer, and then eventually it was American distributors reached out to me, you know, and they were the ones who were like, we really feel like this film should be seen. And so I've got an American distributor who's working out of Los Angeles, and they were the ones who said, yeah, we're really going to push this film. We're going to get it onto Amazon. We're going to really do our best to get this film out there. So it's been a weird little one, because actually not a lot of people in the UK have seen the film now. It's out on Amazon now, but recently it's only been out for the last, I think, couple of weeks on Amazon in the UK. So I'm waiting to hear what the feedback is.
Well, I mean, do you know what? The feedback so far, seeing that one, we've seen someone else say congratulations. The fact that you've won awards behind this, you've been nominated, you know, all of these elements shows that there's a lot of strength in this movie. And I honestly congratulate you for that.
Thank you.
To be able to put it together. And the struggle, what I love as well is the fact that you hadn't given up. Like you saw the elements of what was there, didn't see the chance for it to work out over here. Shout out to Lady Paulette for the invite to the States, but you took it to the States, and it's become something. That is absolutely awesome. In terms of the comparisons between the UK and the US, though, what do you think causes the barriers for it to not be as accepted, and why people tend to think it's just a short film or a documentary in the UK?
You know, I think there's such low expectations. I do think it's very low expectations, because I don't believe that you could have produced anything that's any good. And I actually remember standing on the doorstep of this big kind of post-production house, And speaking to this guy, you know, about doing a post-production deal, and he said to the other guy, "Oh, she's made a film. This one's made a film." And he's like, "Oh, so what's her doc about?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, not again." They really believe that Black filmmakers in this country only produce short films or documentaries, and that's just not true. And then when you do produce something that's kind of like feature length, because you haven't kind of gone through, you know, the channels that they want you to go through necessarily, and because they don't know you, a lot of it is because they don't know you. So they don't believe that you could have done anything of any good, you know, of any worth. So a lot of them won't even watch it. Like, you send it to them and they'll watch like maybe a minute and you know, they're busy. And whereas in America, they're always, they're very business minded. They're like, if the film's half decent, we can find an audience. And in finding an audience, that's where you're going to get, you know, money. So they're much more kind of business minded. You know, we will find an audience, you know, even if it's just, you know, 1,000 people. We've got 1,000 people who are going to watch the film. That's still an audience.
No, for sure, for sure. And honestly, we've got comments coming in. We've got one here. The Inspired Diabetic, Veronica, inspirational journey, awesome's blessing. We've got Jenny here who said, "Veronica, you are a boss. You're achieving everything." And honestly, this is the feedback that I'm getting from this. It's a challenge, but you've proven it. And you know what? It's there. It's being recognised, and it's over here now, and it's on our shores.
I had so much help, I must say. Yeah, I had so much help in terms of the people that came on who didn't know me. I hadn't made any films before. I hadn't got a track record in making films. It was like an 19 day shoot. There was a lot of trust. So people did turn up and they were like, okay, how bad can it be? Let's kind of go with it. So I have to give a shout out to Lorna Holder, the associate producer, you know, Aaron Desti, the composer who came on board. You know, they just had blind faith and they just believed in the project. And I have to just say, there were so many amazing people that just helped out.
I love that. I love that. And you know what? The blessings are there. What is meant for you is meant for you. And, you know, talent recognizes talent as well. I would always say that.
Thank you.
That was a pleasure. And for anyone listening to this who is probably based in the UK or probably anywhere in the world, because we're online, so you could be anywhere in the world. There are challenges in the film industry that you've highlighted. What advice would you give to anyone, whether it be actor, producer, director, camera person? What advice would you give them to make it happen in the film industry?
Yeah, I would say, first of all, don't give up. Do not give up. If you've got a script and it's got to be good, you know, the first thing, the script has got to be good, and not just because you and your mum says it's good. You know, it's got to be.
Oh, I think Veronica's frozen there.
A good script. Get it, mate. Yeah. Am I frozen?
You've just come back. You've just come back.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I mean, So the first thing is, So the first thing is to make sure you've got a really good script, and the second thing is, don't think about the UK necessarily. Think about the world. Do you know what I mean? Think about your story going out into the world. You know, and put a shout out for people to help. Try and get the money together, but don't get stuck in the UK mindset. You know, there's loads and loads of people in America and Europe who want to help you. You know, just keep moving forward. That's what I would say. Even if it takes a long time, you know, because this project took a long time to come together. You know, just keep moving forward. You know, because at the end of the day, once it's done, it's there forever. You know, so don't rush it. Don't compromise. You know, keep your vision and just keep moving slowly forwards. And the right people will appear. Honestly, I believe that when you're ready, the right people will appear to help you. And that's what happened to me. When I was finally ready and I got a bit of confidence and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. You know, I'm just going to do it. And then the right people appeared.
Fantastic, fantastic. And finally, Veronica, can you just give out any contact details for anyone who wants to get in contact with you in terms of anything to do with your company and production work and the film industry?
So you can find me on Instagram. It's probably the best way because everybody's on Instagram now and I love it. VMAC1 on Instagram and on Twitter. And my production company is called realbritproductions.com. You can also find 9 Nights Film on Twitter. So any of those, if you Google my name, you'll find me somewhere. Yeah, I'm based in London. I'm you know, I'm around. COVID, innit? I'm not going anywhere. I'm
You
here.
are going places. You are going places in the film industry,
Yeah.
and we love that. So no, most definitely.
Yeah.
Honestly, Veronica, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank
Do keep in
you.
touch. Anything that is coming up in terms of the film industry,
Oh,
we would love to
lovely.
hear from it. And again,
Brilliant.
I encourage everyone to jump on Amazon and check out Nine Nights. It's there
Brilliant.
to enjoy.
Thank you so
very
much. Yeah. Thank you for listening. Okay.
Cheers. No, thank
Bye.
you so
Have a
much.
good
Bye-bye.
evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Veronica McKenzie, and yeah, Nine Nights. Check it out. Let's make it happen in the UK in terms of music, right? In terms of film, sorry, but in terms of making it happen in music in the UK, you know, I've got to show love. They're always here. You see the comments every week. It's the Nubian Queens, and this is their video showing me love. Enjoy.
Showing me love. direction, leading me to the right direction, showing me love and affection, leading me to the right direction.
You know what they say, when it's nice, you play it from the top to the very last drop, innit it? So we had to let that one run. And just for anyone wondering, that the dance moves there is the Love Step by Fire and Video by Sandens. So thank you very much to the Nubian Queens, 3 very wonderful, lovely ladies who always show us support here. But on top of that, amazing music. Even if they weren't watching, I'd still play the vids. Love everything about the Nubian Queens. And no, thank you to everyone who has been commenting. We also did have a comment asking for Karen's information. So I just want to put it out there one more time. It's K Joash, I believe I'm pronouncing that right. Apologies, Pam will confirm that. And do check out drkarenjoash.com and Facebook. It's all there. Just those are the details. I believe it was the Inspired Diabetic looking for those details. So I just wanted to put that out there one more time. Okay, guys, it's the time's flying by. So there's only one thing left for me to do, and that's bring back the one and only fellow St. Lucian, Ms. Pam Joseph.
Yay! St. Lucia, St. Lucia! St. Lucia, St. Lucia!
Hey.
That's my bit. Anthony, you're wonderful. And it is Joash as it looks. It's Joash as you say it. So
thank you.
You got it right there, though. Still, thank you ever so much, Anthony. Hey, Anthony, you know you're CBJ and what's going on there, and I love my lady 9 Nights.
Yeah, hey, big stuff, eh? Big stuff. Right here in the UK. Big stuff. Sorry, I've just seen this. Nubian Queens, honestly, the pleasure is ours. It is ours, honestly.
This is lovely, lovely lady. Actually, they were called Delicious last week. So
I believe so.
Delicious. They're rather delicious.
Listen, anyway, not showing favoritism, but them kind of tunes there last week on Valentine's Day. Anyway, right. Hey, okay.
But there was all swooning going on around here. But you wonderful guests and excellent. The number one as well.
Yeah. Congratulations, Major Popular. Yeah.
Like you said, for next week, let's see this. Thank you ever so much, everybody. All the emails as well, congratulating us on a very informative show as well, and a very entertaining show. Thank you, all of you, for your comments. We need them. We need the likes too. So keep that going on. Yeah, we can keep you informed as much as possible, but we also like to keep you entertained as well. Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, very cool. I've got to say that Lyndon of Take 3 Chefs, Lyndon, he gave out a question last week for his recipe book.
Okay.
It was about what the 4 lemons, 4 different lemons. I didn't know there were so many lemons. There's 4 different kind of lemons, and he wanted Brenda from Shepherd's Bush has won that.
Congratulations to you, Brenda.
All right. So we're going to get that book hopefully in the next couple of weeks to you, Brenda, for that one. Thank you ever so much. We want to say thank you also to Tamara Event Designers, Sargetti Teas, Lusters, and OTC, and also Henrietta Productions.
Indeed.
Don't forget to send out your messages and comments, Sarata. We need you guys to get involved with us next week. We are doing a feature, once again, vaccination hesitation. Yeah. So we want to hear from those who have, kind of reservations about this, have a story to tell about this, not sure to take it. We need to hear from you. Come in. We're going to pick a couple of you that come in, give us your theme of what it is, and we will choose you guys. And you have the ability to come in on the show. We have got Lord Simon Woolley. We have got Labour MP Brent and Miss Butler, Dawn Butler. And we've got a collision we can't name just now, but to give you the facts and figures, things about the actual ingredients of the vaccine as well, because that's part of it. That's part of it. What is made up of the vaccine? So that's part of it. So we're going to have that too. So we need your support on this, and we need your comments on this. And we've got 2 of you going to come in and talk about it. And let's be tasteful about this, but let's have a good debate.
Look, keep it clean, but keep it, still share your views. It's all good. That's what it's about.
Clean, but keep it keen.
That's the one. That's what the show's about. Once again, guys, as Pam said, YouTube, Lifestyle Show TV, Lifestyle on Ben on Facebook, Lifestyle on Ben at hotmail.co.uk, on the email, Lifestyle Show TV, everywhere, guys. Just hit us up. We are there. It's across the screen. We appreciate every like, comment, and subscription. It goes without saying.
Of
So
course
thank you so much. And obviously, Ben TV, Sky Channel 195 Fridays 10 a.m. till 12, Mondays 5 p.m. till 7. Shout out to Alistair Shoyode of Ben TV. The general.
And don't forget it's repeated again on the following Monday as well. So it's all good. You can catch us on the Facebook, you can catch us on Instagram as well. You know, stay with us, keep with us, and support us. And that's what we need from you guys. And we will do our very best to edutain you.
Indeed we will. Indeed we will. And before I get in trouble, Mr. Braffett as well, before he says, oh, I didn't hear my name. Right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh,
show the map of St. Lucia. Can I just show you? If I can just go into this a bit more. Right, so here's the map of St. Lucia. I'm going to show you where my father, from Soufrière, born in Soufrière, yeah, that's
nice.
Yeah.
Can you get Viewfort up for me, please? I need Viewfort.
You need Viewfort. Where is the Viewfort? We got Viewfort going on.
You know what? I would love to tell you where it is.
No, it's
there you go. There you go. Right there.
There. And my mom's from the Micoud.
Okay.
And my dad's from the Pitons.
Wicked. I'm so glad you found that before my grandmother told me off for not knowing where to find you for. So we leave it at that. And I love the couch, the cushion with the pitons in the back there, Pam.
You know. And we have to thank Guy Mayers for coming out, because it was rather short notice, and he came out to say what he had to say, to the Pats over here, and also to everybody else as well. So we're loving this 42nd anniversary, 22nd of February. We're going to be celebrating in our homes, mind, but celebrating hard. 42nd anniversary, independence.
That's the one. Yeah. Indeed.
Anthony, loving you, loving the flag, loving everything, and going to say to everybody, stay safe, stay strong. Please stay with us and stay blessed.
That's the one. Stay safe, everyone. Right. As you said, we're all doing it from home. I love the way the kids have got very creative while they've been at home. And right now, we're gonna go for a wonderful young talent out there by the young name of Carla Janae.
I'm going to introduce her. Can I just say her grandpapa is a very good friend of mine. That's all the information I'm going to give you for now. We're going to have her on next week.
That's the one. So this is Nyla Janae, and this is Back to School, guys. Enjoy. I'm out. See ya. Bye.
Mum, I'm bored. I don't like Zoom class anymore. I want to have real school. I want to really see my friends. I want to actually get to play with them. I don't want to just have to say hi to them over Zoom. I want to do real lessons with my friends sitting next to me. So I got a lot of time on my hands because school's been out. And with all this lockdown, I've been locked in the house. My mum keeps telling me not to shout, and my dad's going crazy because he can't go out. I've been asking to start up a YouTube page, but my mum keeps telling me, oh, behave. So I asked my daddy, says, ask your mum. I'm going back and forth, I'm not having fun. When I say what I say, you're gonna think I'm a fool. But I never thought I'd say it because it don't sound cool. But I really can't wait to go back to school. Yeah, I really can't wait to go back to school. Yeah, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I wanna go back to school. I said I wanna go back to school. And you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I wanna go back to school. I said I wanna go back to school. When I ask for a guinea pig, mum says fine, but daddy always says no every time. I wanna see my friends, mommy said it's not safe. Well, at least let me have my own YouTube page. I've been bored in the house, I just wanna have fun. Daddy drinks Pepsi and won't give me none. I'm bored of being told off for acting a fool, but I really can't wait to go back to school. You're gonna think I'm crazy, but I wanna go back to school. I said I wanna go back to school. And you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I wanna go back to school. I said I wanna go back to school. You're gonna think I'm crazy, but I wanna go back to school. I said I wanna go back to school. And you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I wanna go back to school. I said I wanna go back to school. I am sick and tired of lockdown. I'm going crazy. I just want to go to school and see my friends face to face, not on Zoom. I don't like Zoom. It was in the video.
He was in the video.
The ring light that was in the video. He was trying to get angles when it didn't really work out right.
What, mate?
Let me